my dream, Elegant was cooking burgers while I was casting with Sail. We could not set the table because tiny mutas were spawning at the far end, wrecking everything. That is an amazing dream. Holy, I wish my dreams were as exciting and entertaining as that.
Shit, me too.
Wow. Okay, are you ready for the third game, Elegant?
Well, ready figuratively speaking. I mean, I'm going to set my mic up. You can do the
Alright, no problem, no problem. We'll get things going here. I got you, Elegant. Here we go.
Alright, yeah.
Game number 3, people. On Destination, guess what? It's going to be the champion from the first Legacy Cup. It's going to be Last Scan versus Android 19.
I can't imagine a more controversial figure than Scan has been so far in this Legacy Cups. And I'm sure it's only going to get worse. Android 19. Do we have any more information on who Android 19 is?
Well, in the replay, his name is LG Louis.
Okay.
I don't know if that provides you with any additional information.
That gives me absolutely nothing.
Well, he's cheesing. Does that give you any more information?
That tells me he's not very confident in his own ability.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, you do the thing. I'm gonna disentangle.
Alright, I'm doing the thing. Android, he's the Teal Protoss. He's cheesing. He's going for the proxy gates. This is Destination, ladies and gentlemen. And oh my god, they've been talking the whole time. I wasn't paying attention, but Android could have potentially done the front rush. Oh man, Scan is impressed that he can play on low latency. Alright. Are you impressed that he can proxy get on Destination? Now he's doing the obvious one. He's doing the one in the natural here. Let's see if Scan checks it. It is Destination. Scan isn't checking in his base. Oh, Scan is walling. Now this could possibly be very, very bad because I think the probe will be able to get here and stop the wall from finishing. And then obviously his Zealot's gonna come over here, and then that would mean that the barracks and the depots are really far away from the SEVs, and he won't have like an anti-zealot setup like SimCity. So this is gonna be really, really bad. Oh man, oh, Scan's checking inside his base. He's checking inside his base. He's still not checking the natural though.
I mean, I'm sure he will.
Oh, he's checking the natural. Hello. Okay,
now the Scan will know. Scan will know that everyone just wants to cheese him.
He can build a pylon here. He should build a pylon. Build a pylon. He needs to block with a pylon, or else the SCVs will actually stop him from blocking. If the wall finishes, the game is basically over. He needs to build a pylon. Yes! He built a pylon.
At last. That was leaving a little bit late. Cutting it very fine. Scan, of course, knows exactly how to respond to this, so he should be able to get rid of that before the first Zealot pops out.
Oh man, the gateway is going down very, very fast. The Zealot is trying to finish as fast as it can. By the way, for all you newbie Terran players who don't know how to properly respond to a 2-gate, always attack the gateways, not the pylons. I repeat, attack the gateways and not the pylons. That is a very fundamental error that a lot of new players make. It is much better to attack the gateways because the pylons are cheaper, they warp in super fast. If you kill the pylon, the Protoss will make another one and then you're dead. If you kill the gateway, it's much harder and takes much longer to kill the gateway.
Oh no! Oh no! The gateway's going down! Oh, Scan! See, this is why you don't cheese the go-to player, because he knows how to defend your cheese, and then you're going to be left with your pants down. You're going to be left with a Nexus.
Yeah.
And 3 pylons. That's what you're going to be left with.
By the way, also, there is a specific timing. So there's a specific number of SCVs you need to pull, like, at a certain point. Like, basically, like, once the gateway finishes, I think if you pull, like, if you start attacking with, like, 8 SCVs or something, as soon as the gateway finishes, you'll be guaranteed that it'll die before the Zealot comes out. I can't remember if that's the exact number, but there is a certain timing that you can remember, so you don't have to just, like, guesstimate how many SCVs to pull, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it seems like Scan probably knows that.
Yeah.
Exact number, and as such, completely destroyed any hopes of that cheese ever being successful.
Oh my god, he's building an eBay to block the gas! Wow, the manor eBay, ladies and gentlemen. The base in his base. Wow, that's actually going to block the gas a lot.
Yeah, pretty horribly. This is running the risk of being just more of a show of dominance than anything else. Android is just like panicking like crazy. He's got another Zealot coming out. He's got to do something about that eBay. He has to get rid of it. That gas is fairly badly managed right now. They have to take. I mean, it's not tragic, but
you can just put 4 probes there. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
I actually thought it would be worse.
Yeah, I thought it'd be horrible. I think Scan is basically taking the piss a little bit with that.
Oh god, that is amazing though. Oh man, he's just gonna cancel that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh, Shinrei says it's Dandy, the Protoss player.
Oh, that's Dandy.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, Dandy's actually a pretty good player. Oh, Scan throwing away his SCV in the natural expansion of Dandy. And the eBay is now down too, so that Zealot is going to be able to get over to the front in time for these Marines to actually arrive, and so that Zealot could potentially be able to see off those Marines, maybe with a little bit of probe support.
Yes, indeed. Although we did see some pretty phenomenal Marine micro from Scan last week, so you never know. But we do have range on the way. Oh, here we go. Zealot's running in here. Oh man, it's not gonna go so well. Only grabs one of those 4 Marines, and looks like another Marine is coming out. Scan just rallying all the Marines forward here. Gonna go for the aggression, but once the Goon is out here, I don't really see.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's such a good idea for Scan. I mean, he's going to be able to do some damage to this Dragoon, but Dandy should be able to. He should get some probe support in there, really, to take out these Marines. Be able to take them out pretty quickly. I'm surprised he's not doing so. But it's not too dangerous from Scan. I mean, he's not going to delay mining or anything. The Nexus is still going to go up. But do we have an SCV coming out? No, still no SCV, so still no sign of a bunker either. Okay. It looks like he's just going to weaken the Nexus.
Android has been supply blocked for a really long time. He's been at 25 of 25. Like,
oh man, that's actually really bad.
He's not building a pylon right now. He's not building a pylon. He cannot build stuff.
That's actually really, really bad.
Okay, he just started a pylon and he's still supply blocked. Look at this. Like, that Dragoon is almost dead. That's actually a really big mistake, and I think part of the reason he's making that mistake is because of this attack from Scan. Okay, actually, the Nexus finishes and provides some supplies, so it's a little bit... I completely forgot about that. And we actually have a starport with control tower being constructed right now.
Oh, so Scan going for a little bit of a dropship in action and not getting expansion. This is interesting from Scan because this is actually a little bit of a risk for him. Because of course, if this drop strategy doesn't go well, then he's going to find himself in a bit of a difficult spot economically speaking. Dandy, of course, doesn't have any idea what's going on, so the dropship should be able to be fairly efficient based on what we know at the moment. But of course, Destination does have this little spot around the back of the natural expansion where you can cause some absolute havoc with dropship play. Right now, pushing across the map. Don't know if that's a good idea for Scan. He needs to make sure he's got his
he's
mine
gonna run
cover.
Smack into the goons. This is not a good idea, although this is not the best micro. And actually, one of these goons is red health anyway. So that's actually going to cause Dandy to run away. Oh my god, he shouldn't lead with that. He's actually going after the tank. Is he going to get the tank? Oh, the mine! The huge spider mine! And he gets the tank, but at what cost?
A cost of his entire army. His entire army. I have no idea why he did that. I think he just got overexcited and just sort of dashed in headlong. He does have 3 gateways up, so he's going to be able to replenish his Dragoons in time for those vultures to get there. But that was horribly inefficient.
Dropship is coming, Elegant.
Oh god. Got 1 tank for his 4 Dragoons. Definitely not worth it. Definitely not worth it. Those vultures are going to be heading around. They're going to be just lifted straight into the Protoss main very, very quickly and easily. And then that's going to be serious trouble for Dandy because he still doesn't have observers. He almost does.
Oh my god, he killed Panda Bear guy!
No!
Oh my god! Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That was like Brood Wars Cecil the Lion, man. Why would you do that? Why? Oh my god. Somebody arrest Scan. Arrest this man!
This is
for terrorism.
Be banned for that.
Why would you... Can we ban Scan from the TLC now? I think of all the reasons that all the people have given in the threads, that was probably the most legit one that we just saw right there.
Yeah, that's...
Lifetime ban from TL events incoming.
It's great. Give him a website ban. That is just inexcusable. He does finally have an observer on his way out now, so he will be able to clean this up, but he's lost a fair amount of mine time, lost a fair amount of probe as well. Of course, the dropship is still alive, but the dropship, interestingly, sort of hovering on the edge of the base. Scan needs to kind of remember about that before the vultures are cleared out. Dandy not doing the best job, actually, of getting this sorted out. He needs to be a little bit more efficient than this and get mining right away.
Oh, man. How are all 4 of these still alive? He hasn't even killed 1. Ah, kill 1, please.
1, 2 goes down.
2 still alive, can possibly get a probe. They can possibly... Oh, wait, no, the dropship pieced out. Okay, I thought they were going to evacuate to the dropship, but no, that guy left. Oh, nope, doesn't get the last one.
Not quite. Very almost could have happened. There's now a shuttle in from Danny as well. Is he going to try a Bulldog? I think he's going to try a Bulldog. Hence the 4 gateways, so you can get the 4 zealots.
Oh, there's the shuttle. I was like looking for the shuttle. I'm like, what are you talking about? There's no shuttle. Oh man, the probe's also bugging out trying to go back to mining. Alright, looks like they finally figured it out. Now, Destination has the weirdest pathing here. Like, for some reason, if you build this nice grid of gateways next to your main nexus, they always get kind of stuck in between the pylons and pathing. I have no idea why.
That's true. It only happens on certain maps and certain positions, but yeah, it's one of the weirdest bugs I've seen. It's very, very strange. A bunch of vultures going around the back of Dandy's base. Well, just one actually heading all the way around the back. But of course, Scan can get vision on those minerals, and he'll be able to shoot from behind, and that's always annoying. And the full complement of Dragoons heading out across the map with the shuttle in tow as well. He really does look set on trying some kind of bulldog strategy, but oh no, the vulture scans the shuttle. Vulture sees the shuttle rather, and the Scan goes down as well. So presumably, Scan is now fully aware of what's coming out. It's still a little bit dangerous.
There's not that many tanks, and they're all clumped up. He could do it, and they're standing on spider mines. If he bombs these tanks, it could be good.
Here we go.
There's no protection. Oh, he killed his own mine. He just shot his own mine so he wouldn't blow himself up. Wow, the Dragoons are walking in. Is it gonna be enough? This is actually gonna be really close. Dandy might actually bulldog his way to victory! Like a G5 here! He's running into the natural! Scan is in trouble!
This would be a massive victory if Danny were able to do this. Zealot taking out a couple of more SCVs on its way. Danny needs to pull back and try and get that CC. If he can get the CC, then that's massive damage done by the tank. He couldn't even go up the ramp right now. The tank is unsieged, but he doesn't know this. Oh, taking a massive mine hit to his Dragoons. And that siege tank is just out of range. Won't be able to shoot from the Dragoons just yet, but this is horrible for Scan. However, Vulture does go into the natural expansion. I don't know how many kills he's got, only the one. And the CC is in serious trouble. Will Scan be able to get over there and repair it? He's just about going to repair it. More
oh my god, he's repairing it! He has enough SCVs, he gets it at the red elf. And is the tank on the bottom gonna survive? It's not gonna survive. The CC is running away, but the CC is alive.
Dandy lifting up another Dragoon. He's gonna get two Dragoons landing on top of that tank. Might be able to take out the tank. If he can take out the tank, that's gonna be terrible stuff for Scan. Scan is in huge trouble right now. He's defending by the skin of his teeth, repairing that siege tank, and the CC is still floating through the air. Dandy completely laying siege to the natural expansion. Scan's natural is screwed right now. He's going to be able to take a secure high ground position, and he will be able to push those Dragoons back a little bit, somehow keeping that CC alive. That was absolutely clutch stuff there, keeping that alive. I really thought he was going to go down. A couple of very tasteful mines right there, over the right hand corner, preventing a third base coming up too quickly for Dandy, and that might just buy Scan a little bit of valuable time to get his stuff back in shape.
Oh my god, that was so ridiculous. And the thing is, the craziest thing about that pull was like Scan literally like one more volley. If he'd wait for one more goon volley, would have fallen. he like moved out at exactly the right time. And honestly, I'm not sure if he timed that for the repair or if he just timed it for his second tank to move down. You know what I mean? Like he went down once his two tanks were done, so he could have one on the high ground covering the one on the low ground. And that's when he moved his SCVs down, but man, was that close. Now, if we look at the supply, though, not a huge difference. 73 to 66 right now. And we have a counter drop in the back of the Protoss Natural. Yeah,
and it looks like those Dragoons are going to be taken out in the Terran Natural, maybe overstaying their welcome just a little bit. And he maybe would have done better to withdraw them a little bit earlier, but he has to be able to delay the Terran base for quite a long time. Oh, taking out the dropship there. Very nice stuff for Dandy. Nice. That's a real grab for him to get rid of that dropship, because otherwise it can just run around forever. And finally, Scan retakes natural expansion. He's going to want to get out there right away. The shuttle is going to go down, unfortunately. The Raid's going to be able to take that out. But Dandy putting himself in actually a very nice position. If he can just sort of hold on to this for a bit longer. Scan is producing a terrifying number of siege tanks off only 2 factories. Really, really kicking it into gear. He already has 2, 4, 6 siege tanks up already. 7 even. So he could potentially have a push in him fairly soon if Dandy doesn't get his army in good shape.
Man, Dandy is still losing a lot of random goons to spider mines here, which is not so good. Like, is he gonna run another one in here? Oh, doing some micro. Okay, there we go. Doing a bit of micro this time.
Nice.
Finally, let's have the third Nexus about to finish here, taking the one on the right side. That'll give him the free mineral only in the back as well, which is always good. Meantime, mobs at the front of the Terran Natural, just to see when Scan decides to move out, is very useful as well. And of course, Scan did lose his barracks earlier, so he has to rebuild that one before he can add on any more factories.
And this is, actually very, very nice nice position from Dandy, if he can just hold on. But Scan is looking kind of likely to try and have a push out. And that would I don't know how many more options he has now. He could sort of slowly try to crawl out to a third base, but I think that might let Dandy have slightly too free of a reign over the map. And now Dandy transferring probes out to his third base, and he'll be able to consider a fourth as and when he needs to. He does still have the map control. Throwing down more gateways first, though, of course, he needs to really get his army pumping so he can make sure he's going to be safe against any mid-game push that Scan has to offer. That third base still hugely oversaturated. He needs to get more probes out there right away.
Yeah, Wraith Scout, meanwhile, seeing the Stargate and the Forge on the bottom right of Danny's main. Danny finally adding some gateways. I was going to say, it's actually, he's been on 4 gateways against 4 factories for a really, really long time. You generally need, obviously, I'd say you're at least, like, 50% more gateways compared to factories in your base to stay even on the unit count. I mean, I guess he was just waiting a little while to get that third base running, but you can see Scan feels like this is actually an opportunity for him to attack because the supplies are dead even, 95 to 95. As I was saying, the gateway count was quite low actually for so long that Scan, despite losing or despite taking those early losses, there actually has a sickening number of siege tanks. Now the question is, how good is the positioning? The Obs should have seen everything move out, but for some reason the Obs didn't actually follow the army, so Danny's not 100% sure where the army is right now.
Yeah, and he's going to let Scan get in a really, really nice position. And he looks like he's running the risk of letting Scan take out the third base for free. But Scan is still slightly too afraid of that army to go right over to the third base with the army still roaming around. Dandy doesn't have anything that can really tank damage from those siege tanks. He needs speed zealots, or at least a shuttle. I think his zealot speed is only halfway done. That's significantly behind where it would ideally be. Scan going to get some siege tanks over there, but they're going to be fairly easily picked off before the rest of his army gets there. Can Dandy get the position? Dandy does get a really, really nice position just about, but still no zealot speed. He might lose all his dragoons here. Scan targeting really, really well. This is going to be tight. It looks like Danny might just be able to do it. He is going to hold off that siege tank attack and is going to be able to push Scan back at least across the bridge. He needs to pull back now though and retain the rest of his dragoons that he has left.
Wow, that's a really close engagement. I actually thought Danny was going to clean that up easily, but Scan with the reinforcements, as you said, if Speed had been finished, that could have been the crucial difference. Where is the Citadel? Oh my god, Speed is just seconds away from finishing. If he had somehow delayed that attack by, another 10-15 seconds and had that speed, it could have been a much different story, but Danny is now the one in trouble. Can he hold on to this third base? I think he might want to run the probes away. There is one siege tank in range, a missile turret going up as well. Danny has a lot of speed lots now. He does have speed finished. Is he going to run them through? He's got no goon supporting anymore though. The tanks are on siege. Is he going to go? He's still waiting. I'm not sure what he's waiting for.
Doesn't look like he wants to go. I think he's waiting too long. I think he's going to have to abandon this base fairly soon. He just needs to try and somehow make those last few goons cost efficient and I guess get out of there. Scan, meanwhile, guessing his own third base. Scan's multitasking is right on point, of course. Guessing his third base up, but Danny now moving across the map. He needs to not run those zealots through mines though. Smartly moving the dragoons ahead with the observer. Very, very good from Danny right there, so as not to waste too many zealots on the way across. But I don't know if he's got the army count simply to do too much damage right here.
Yeah, he's doing some mine clearing, but that's probably all he's going to be doing. He's got so many zealots now, of course. Plus 1 attack done for both players, and looks like, wow, Scan actually unsieging here. Where's he going to go? It looks like Danny actually going for the third base of Scan here, finding the weak spot in the armor. A lot of speed lots running down. There's a lot of vultures here. There's a Wraith. There is a Science Vessel. The Arbiter doesn't have enough energy for anything yet, but the Zealots closing with the siege tanks. That is so many Zealots. He's gonna stomp through here. The main army at the front has just been left alone. The Nexus is probably gonna fall, but the Spider Mines are gonna blow up so many clumped Zealots as well, but the third base is exposed. He could go over there.
That's often where it happens for Protoss in this engagement, just slightly over pushing, going slightly too far, and then see right at the end, he suddenly loses all the zealots, suddenly a bunch of dragoons go down, and now the army is too weak, he's not going to be able to make any significant headway, and it's basically going to end up being for nothing, and the army's going to go down without doing any real damage. And that leaves Danny in a terrible position right now, 95 supply for Danny versus only 82 for Scan, so supply is still not too bad, but I feel like Scan's defensive position with a third base is just far stronger than Dandy with no third now remaining.
Yeah, and he didn't even get the left side third either because it was being blocked by a mine, so he had to wait for a Zealot to go tank that. Dandy now, I mean, he's still at 99 supply, but he's effectively mined out in his main. His natural's getting low, and GG from don't have the time. Android, he just wants to let you know that he could have actually still won this game. He simply did not have the time to continue playing. He had some important business to attend to. So,
what if he'd gone through? What if he'd won? What if he'd won when he just don't have the time? Yeah.
Could you imagine? The only guy who could beat Scan is just like, oh, well, I guess I took Scan out. I'm going to go do my thing now. You guys have fun with your tournament. My job is done here. Okay.
You guys take this one now.
Yep.
Man, I hate it when players do that. Hate it when players do that. Like, as they lose, there's got to be some kind of a jibe at why it doesn't matter that much anyway to them. Like, nah, I don't have time. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, at least he was creative. You know, didn't just blame it on lag or the map.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, and it was a very creditable performance. He could have had it there. It was so close to that Bulldog, scam with only one tank left. And then, I don't know, that engagement could have gone a little bit better as well, I thought, when he was defending when Dandy was defending his third base. If he had speed zealots, that could have looked so different. And I think he really did have the money earlier to get speed zealots, but the upgrade was just a little bit late.
Yeah. I mean, man, just that one volley difference. If the command center had fallen, would Scan have lost the game? I was actually thinking about it during the game, because as the command center was floating back to the natural, Scan had roughly 350 minerals. So even if the command center had died, maybe he could have rebuilt it. Obviously, it'd be a lot slower because you have to wait for it to finish again.
Yeah.
But so he wouldn't necessarily have lost straight away from that, but it would have been obviously a huge difference in how the game would play out. So just the timings.
Super frustrating. Yeah, it really could have happened. I think people have to remember when watching that Scan's a human being. He can lose games. It can happen. If someone picks a good strategy and executes it well and keeps their mind in check, then it can actually really be done. Even after such a disadvantageous opening, where the 2-gate proxy just basically went completely wrong. Couldn't have gone much worse. But it can still happen.
Dude, I completely forgot that was the opening to this game.
Yeah, it seems like a million years ago.
Oh my god. Wow, you're right. That game started off as a failed Proxy 2 game. Not like slightly failed. Not like, oh, it did some damage but it didn't kill him. That was like the gateways died without making a single zealot kind of bad. And he almost recovered.
Very almost. Yeah. I was on the edge of my seat there. It would be so amazing if Scan actually had lost that game, and it would really open up the rest of the tournament. But as it is, he's going to advance to the next stage. Dandy dropping out right there, so we're going to see how he fares for the rest of the tournament.
Indeed, we shall. We have watched him bleed. It reminds me of the Batman vs Superman trailer, where Batman's like,